Hey Chris, how's it going?
It's good. It's
Good. So last time we spoke, remember we spoke about fragments. Fragments are what happen when you have sentences without independent clauses, right?
Yeah.
So the converse, the other side of that is what happens when we have a sentence with too many independent clauses. So you can say, for example, I'm going to the game, period, Scott will meet me there, right? Two sentences separated with a period, totally makes sense. Under no circumstances can you have two sentences, two independent clauses that are joined with just a comma by itself. So if you wrote, I'm going to the game, comma, Scott will meet me there, that is terribly wrong and a big, big, big mistake. That is what is called a run-on.
Okay.
Make sense? Okay. So there are three main ways to fix a run-on. One, you can just use a period. Two sentences separated with a period, totally makes sense. That's totally fine, right? You can also use other punctuation. You can use a dash, you can use a colon, you can use a semicolon. But semicolons are special. Any idea why?
No.
So semicolons are special because they can only separate independent clauses. You can use a dash or a colon to also do other weird things. Like for example, you can use a dash or a colon to give you extra information in a sentence. So you could say, I'm going to one game this year, dash the Super Bowl. I'm going to one game this year, colon the Super Bowl. You cannot say, I'm going to one game this year, semicolon the Super Bowl. A semicolon can only separate two independent clauses. Got it?
So it's like a period.
It's like a period, exactly. Right. Second way you can fix a run-on is to use a conjunction. Do you remember fanboys by any chance?
No.
So for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Does that ring a bell?
Okay.
Okay. So you can fix a run-on by also taking your two independent clauses, putting a comma in between them, and adding a conjunction. For example, I'm going to the game, comma, and Scott will meet me there.
Okay.
Right? So we have I'm going to the game, which is your independent clause. We've got Scott will meet me there, which is your independent clause. And we add a comma and a conjunction and in between them. And that totally works.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So can you tell me what's wrong with, let's pick a sentence. Let's see. Let's go to page 177. And let's look at question number 1. So can you tell me what's wrong with that?
I tried to go to the library, comma, it was closed. And there's a comma.
Okay, just because there's a comma that makes it wrong?
It's two independent clauses.
Great.
One sentence.
Just join with a comma, right?
Yeah.
We said a minute ago that that's bad.
Yeah.
So how would you fix it based on what we talked about?
We could correct it with a period or a conjunction. So I tried to go to the library, but it was closed.
Choice.
C.
Very good. Excellent. Make sense?
Yeah.
Great.